Hello everyone and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Oh, I had such a scratchy throat. I don't really know if I have anything. If I do, it's awful mild. I've been congested, but that's nothing new because of allergies, but I don't know if this is something different or what, but I've been kind of congested and throat scratchy and coughing a little bit. But just trying to make my throat feel better when I cough a little bit, but it doesn't seem to help. But I just had a Whorehound drop, those little lozenges. They really help. They help also like with the congestion in your throat and stuff. So anyway, I don't really feel all that bad or anything. I don't think I've got anything. I think it could just be allergies or it got warm for a little while. Okay. Today is Thursday, January 4th. Currently it's 33 degrees. High today is 38. No chance of rain. Winds are at 8 miles per hour. And today I go for my blood work and then I have my infusion on Friday. So I go for that today. No, I don't really think I have anything. I think it's just congestion from my allergies, I guess. But there is some stuff going around. A lot of people have had that's more like a cold with flu-like symptoms, but I don't feel bad at all. Really, I just other than the inconvenience of being congested. But that's why I think it's more like might be some kind of allergies. But anyway, so yeah, I go for my blood work today. I do that because if I went and had my blood work done on the same morning as my infusion, I'd have to be there about 3 hours early. And we live close enough to where if I can think of it, I'll do a drive with us to show you how close it is, the hospital and everything. But this is the Regional Cancer Center. It's across from the hospital. And it's really very close, so it's easier to go get my blood work done the day before. Because I've seen lots of people that they'll say, how long will it be before my infusion? They said, well, they'll say, you just had your blood work done. It takes about 3 hours to get the results. And they have to either sit there or leave and come back. And a lot of them, if they're sick, they don't want to go anywhere, so they just have to sit there. And I've been there before. I know I've had to wait that long before for different things, and it's not fun. Today there will be my ongoing ones of trying to find healthy, either snack type things or, like a light meals or stuff like that, or a meal if possible. So I tried one of those that I showed you in that first one that I tried, the Applewood smoked tuna pouch, Bumblebee. So this time I showed in that video this one. It's the Bumblebee Mediterranean Herbs and Spices tuna pouch. So they're really great for on the go, because they don't have to be refrigerated until after you open them, obviously. But they're real convenient. We don't have any in the car right now, I don't think. I need to restock my emergency box in the car for this winter. But we would keep them in there lots of times, tuna pouches. Yeah. In case you were to get, something happened, you were stuck somewhere in the snow or, if anything needed something to eat to keep you alive or something, you'd have it. And it's loaded with protein. So anyway, you'll hear more about it in the taste test. Tonight we're going to have the chicken sandwiches like the ones at, they're kind of like the ones at Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. We use that red bag chicken from Aldi. If y'all have never tried that, it is $7.99 and there's 6 pieces in there. Unless they mess up and have one piece that's really huge, then there'll be 5. But I try to kind of feel the bags and see if there's 6 because that's 2 meals for us. with 3 of us. And, 5 is not, wouldn't work out, So I have got one that's had 5 in it because one of them was really big, I didn't check it or anything. But that chicken is fantastic, and we're going to have the chicken, we have the chicken sandwich. We got onion rolls from Kroger right here. These are really, really good, especially with something like that or burgers. These onion rolls are fantastic. Real soft too. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that with those rolls, and I just put pickles on them and mayonnaise. I don't know if Logan might want something else on him. We've got some pimento cheese still, and we fix them like that one from Chick-fil-A, with the pimento cheese. And actually, Bojangles had one like that way before Chick-fil-A did. Yeah, they used to have one. We never tried it, but they're really good that way. I've got some pimento cheese that has jalapenos in it. It's like medium. It's not super hot or anything, but it is a little warm. So I don't know if I'll do mine that way or not, but Logan will probably want his, I'd say. And we're going to have some French fries and salad. Get a little healthy vegetables in there since we're having some fries. Let's see. So that's going to be a good meal. I really, really like that chicken. Okay, we got some jokes. Well, I got one. I didn't like the first one. I'm not going to read y'all something that I don't really like myself. But this one is, it's the joys of aging. Oops, I made it bigger. The older I get, the more I understand why roosters just scream to start their day. You know you're over 50 when you have upstairs ibuprofen and downstairs ibuprofen. Well, that makes sense to me. I woke up this morning determined to drink less, eat right, and exercise, but that was 4 hours ago when I was younger and full of hope. We celebrated last night with a couple of adult beverages, Metamucil and Ensure. Been there too. I do take that Miralax. I use that Miralax. That's really good stuff. You're getting old when friends with benefits means having someone who can drive at night. I can drive at night, but I really don't like it. I never have, especially when I was working. Sometimes it was, dark because it was morning. Early morning, I've left out for a route at 3 a.m. before that was real far away, and I hate it. I hate driving when it's dark. I always have. I can do it. I just don't like it. I get nervous more. So that would be a good benefit, having someone that can drive at night. And thought of the day, it says changing the world. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves. Leo Tolstoy. Okay, so now, let me find, I know I saw one up here at the top. That would be good. Which one was it here? I think it was one of these at the top. I think this was it. Okay, let me get to it. It's the world of 60s and 70s American music with this quiz. Or step into the world with this quiz. Which iconic band recorded the 1965 hit California Dreamin'? Simon and Garfunkel, Jefferson Airplane, Fleetwood Mac, the Mamas and the Papas. Okay, it wasn't Jefferson Airplane or Fleetwood Mac, and weren't they both? They were like the same group or something. One was before. I think it was first. It was Jefferson Airplane. Then it was. I could be wrong about that, but I think so. But I think the Mamas and the Papas did it, and then later on, I think, I don't know if it was Fleetwood Mac or who, somebody else did that and it did really good. But Mamas and the Papas, it might tell. Yes. California Dreaming is a song, or Dreamin' is a song written by John Phillips and Michelle Phillips in 1963 and first recorded by Barry McGuire. The best known version is by the Mamas and the Papas, who sang backup on the original version and released it as a single in December 1965. The lyrics express the narrator's longing for the warmth of Los Angeles during a cold day in New York City. So it was somebody else had done it before them then. I knew somebody else did. Okay. Who wrote the 1974 song Piano Man? Billy Joel, Elton John, Marvin Gaye, David Bowie. I remember, it's got a picture here, but it doesn't show anybody. It shows them from the back. I think it was Billy Joel. Yeah. Billy Joel wrote Piano Man for the album of the same name released in 1973. He was just 24 when he wrote. I didn't know he was that young when he wrote that. The song is a fictionalized version of Billy's own experience as a piano lounge singer for 6 months in 1972 and 73 at the Executive Room Bar in the Wilshire district of Los Angeles. Okay, which musical group released the hit song Light My Fire in 1967? Pink Floyd, The Beatles, The Doors, Led Zeppelin. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. I'm thinking that was because he really went crazy with the lyrics there, like he was screaming, and that was Jim Morrison from The Doors. Yeah, Light My Fire is a song by the American rock band The Doors. It was recorded in August 1966 and released in January 1967 to their eponymous debut album. I don't know what that word means. Eponymous. Issued as an edited single on April 24, 1967. It spent 3 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Try to set my night on fire. Which rock and roll musician was known as the Caruso of rock? Roy Orbison, Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley. But what, first you got to know, I'm not even for sure what Caruso, Caruso, is supposed to really mean. The Caruso of rock. I don't think it was, I've never heard Elvis Presley called that before. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go with Chuck Berry. I don't know, Roy Orbison could be too. Let's try Roy Orbison, Caruso. That's right. I was iffy on that. Roy Orbison was an American singer, songwriter, and musician known for his impassioned singing style, complex song structures, and dark emotional ballads. His music was described by critics as operatic, earning him the nicknames of Caruso of rock. And he was good. Okay, which musician performed the Star-Spangled Banner at Woodstock in 1969? I think I know this. I've done a jib jab on it. Richie Havens, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Carlos Santana. I'd like to have heard Carlos do that. But as far as I know, it was Jimi Hendrix. That's right. Jimi Hendrix's performance of Star-Spangled Banner at Woodstock was a turning point in the history of the counterculture movement. As a summing up of one of the most volatile eras in the nation's history, his adaptation of our national anthem has entered our cultural lexicon as perhaps the most powerful musical touchstone of the era. Yeah, you can see me if you look in my playlist doing that song. You know, I played pretty good. It sounded just like Jimmy in my Jib Jabs playlist. Okay. Which iconic musician performed the 1971 hit Me and Bobby McGee? Janis Joplin, Joni Mitchell, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire. Me and Bobby McGee, yeah. I can hear her screaming it right now. Janis Joplin. That's right. Me and Bobby McGee is a song written by American singer-songwriter Kris Kristofferson. I didn't know he did that. That's amazing. I was just watching Kris Kristofferson in that movie with, it's their vampires. I forget what it's, I don't know if he was a vampire. Anyway, blood, I can't remember what it's called. He was just in a movie I was watching, a scary movie or vampire movie. But originally performed by Roger Miller, Fred Foster shares the writing credit as Kristofferson wrote the song based on a suggestion from Foster. Wow, okay, Janis Joplin topped the U.S. singles chart with it. Which iconic country musician wrote the hit song Crazy? I Can Hear This song. Willie Nelson, Marty Robbins, Johnny Cash, Conway Twitty. I can hear it. I don't think I can sing it. If you're crazy, crazy for loving me or something. And I think that I can hear it in my head, like I said, and I think it was Willie Nelson. That's right. Crazy is a song written by Willie Nelson and popularized by country singer Patsy Cline in 1961. Nelson wrote the song while living in Houston, working for Pappy Daly's label D Records. Okay, he moved to Nashville, working as a writer for Pamper Music. Wow, I didn't know he did so much writing. But I know I've heard him sing that too before. But yeah, now that I think of it, Patsy Cline, that's who sang that. Okay, so I got that one right. I'm 7 right, none wrong. Oh my goodness. Jim Morrison was a leader of which iconic band, which if you were paying attention earlier, I spoke about that. Led Zeppelin, Beastie Boys, The Doors, The Who. Man, I could see him in Beastie Boys. Anyway, it's The Doors. No use to waste more time on that. Jim Morrison, born December 8, 1943, died on July 3, 1971 in Paris, was an American singer and songwriter who was the charismatic frontman of the psychedelic rock group The Doors. 8 right. Which of these rock musicians won the Nobel Prize in Literature? Jeff Buckley, Elton John, Bob Dylan, Chris Cornell. It's got a picture of somebody. It's all smoky and everything. You can't tell anything. Won the Nobel Prize in Literature. Jeff Buckley. Nobel Prize. Oh my goodness, I don't know about that. Nobel Prize. I really don't think I've ever really heard much about this one. This is the first one to stump me. I know Bob Dylan had some kind of, he did some other stuff, but I've never really heard of Jeff Buckley or Chris Cornell that I know of, and I don't know why it would Elton John have, I don't think he did literature. I'm just going to go with Bob Dylan. I think I'm going to miss this one. Oh, I got it right. At the age of 75, wow, Bob Dylan was rewarded with the Nobel Prize in Literature and became the first musician to ever receive the award. The poet laureate of the rock era received the incredible honor that elevated him to the same level as Gabriel Garcia Marquez, T.S. Eliot, Toni Morrison, and Samuel Beckett. Wow, I went out on a limb on that, but I knew he did something with literature, but I didn't know if, he got a Nobel Prize. Who sang Uptown Girl? Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel, Neil Diamond, the Eagles. Oh, Uptown Girl. That's Billy Joel. Billy Joel, yes, that's right. Wow, all of them today. Billy Joel was the singer and writer of the song Uptown Girl, released in September 1983. It was part of his 9th album called An Innocent Man. The song became very popular a few months later, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 in the UK. It tells a story of a working-class man attempting to impress an uptown wealthy girl. And didn't they kind of associate that with Christy Brinkley? Didn't he get married to her, or they get married? And that's what I always heard. It was in reference to her, basically. He wrote that. So anyway, yeah, 10 and 0 today. That doesn't happen very often, but I do know my rock and roll and classic rock and all that. I know a lot of stuff about that. So anyway, that's it today for Morning Coffee Break, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day. Definitely check out the taste test with Mike later on today. If you don't like tuna that much, you ought to try some of these flavored ones. They're really, really good. So check that out later on, and it's a good way to lose some weight too, using that for a meal. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you later on. God bless.